Number one right now, Skit versus Ace.
Here we go. We're going into the pre-ban phase. Let's see what these guys choose. These guys should know their accounts very well as they're in the top 4. Obviously, you're going to get intimately familiar with these people's accounts.
What are you expecting? A pre-ban of an elemental monster or LDs? I'm seeing that whoever has the first pick doesn't want to give out any Ganithor comps, no type of combo monsters, and both of these players play a similar style.
Pre-bans go out on Gianna and Tian Lang. I could have guessed the Tian Lang from that side. Ace on the right, Skit on the left. Let's see what they pick.
We talked about his signature Tian Lang. Maybe this kind of tells that he wants to bring a Braverde Hill later on that we haven't seen a lot. And the Molly with the first pick, showing a little bit of a bruiser style so far, but we'll see that leaves open Ganithor for Ace, but he goes with Ciara Hathor.
Taking away a speed lead and locking down a solid DPS unit. Of course, Skit has to deny the combo.
He has to take that Ganny Evan because it's too strong, especially with a strong damage dealer of the likes of Ciara and now Velajul, that after the recent buff for punishment has come back into the meta and is the biggest counter to these two very strong win units. Now we will see how he will react. He might bring a very fast stripper, maybe some type of damage with Daphnis. Will we see finally a Beast Rider right here? And the Vigor that we talked about so much is a great counter to Molly, but he needs strips to deal with immunity.
No beast, no Beast Rider, just a beast in his place. If Ace wants to follow up with this CC idea, he's going to need to have some sort of strip in his comp to make it work, unless he's planning on banning out the Velajul straight out. Let's see what Skit replies with. I love the Vigor pick, though.
Yeah, his picks are telling that he's not going to ban that Molly, and he might go for an early snipe with the last pick Molong. Right now, the Juno and Rika coming in, telling a little bit of a ban on that Ciara. Let's see if the last pick is still going to be Molong with a snipe combo, or will he switch it up? Like you said, it's probably a ban on the Velajul on this side.
Probably a ban on the Velajul from the right, and on the left you were saying a Ciara ban. Skit is making it very clear that he's okay with the Hathor. Leona in the last pick zone there.
Leona has to be banned. No death break on the side of Skit. So that kind of throws a little bit of his plans out the window, and surprise ban on the Molly. I don't know if he will have enough sustain without her, but once again, Velajul might be the deciding factor. That is a very fast Vigor indeed. Goes for the death break.
He's going for the kill right off the bat, lining up the defense break, but he needs to do something about that before Juno takes her turn.
Yes. Is the Ciara moving before everyone else, because the Velajul for sure is not going before her. He can use the reset right now or save it up. He goes, resets, procs into nothing because he can't do anything right now.
Here comes Hathor. She only has one thing available, stripping the Velajul, opening up a position for Ciara to set down a bomb.
Yeah, but she goes for the kill on the Juno, countering the single monster that will deal very well with his Hathor, but now the immunity's on, and let's remember he has no strips on the table. That's why Velajul was such a strong pick. Dots on everyone. The Ganny puts the ventilate on Rika, will have more damage, and since the cleanse is reset, there's not gonna be saving from this, Evan.
Skit is taking back control, losing that monster early. He's telling Ace that he's ready to come back and take round 1.
Maybe the idea of getting rid of Juno early and not bombing the Velajul might cost him the game. Brock, gigantic, from Ganymede, going for the reset on the only healer that has skills, Evan. There will be no heals. The dots. This looks like TOA.
Ace can't do anything. It does look like TOA. Rika locking down a couple stuns because Skit still wants control over the match. He already has all of it and he wants more.
A small opening for Hathor. Can she make up for this with 2 sleeps? Misses it on the Rika. That is probably on 100%. Similar to Thompson. He needs a proc for the cleanse. No proc. Can he kill right now with the Velajul? Hathor or Ciara? He goes for Hathor. Hathor is out of the match right here because the Ciara also will die. And Rika will take it home. Oh my God. What a performance by the Occult Girl.
Skit taking round 1 so dominantly. That almost slipped out of his control in the beginning there.
There's still a match. There's still a match, but right now his lead is commanding. He has a lot of immunity. He can get rid of that monster right now, but the heals are coming in. The opening was gigantic without any type of cleanse.
Ace is going to need some kind of a miracle to take this back. This is looking pretty dominant for Skit right now. Here comes Rika with the Toy Knight, getting both of the stuns.
Another stun from the Occult Girl. The name of this, but let's remember, Ganymede is basically a silent guardian in all these matches. 2 procs to his name, bringing an amazing ventilate to Rika and keeping her skills up all the time. The damage coming in and pounding. He can finish the figure right now, 1 HP.
And he's got no heals to go. We're going to have to, I think Harmonia used skill 2 last turn, so she's not going to be able to cleanse. She's going to need to proc, or Ace is just going to need to think of a different strategy for game number 2.
Yeah, he should start planning, because Ganymede Rika without any type of cleanse is impossible to beat.
Outrageous. Very dangerous, to say the least. Round 1 going to Skit, but again, this is a best of 3. So he's going to have to do that again if he wants to secure a place in the finals. Now, do you think that game kind of went downhill for Skit once he didn't reset the Velajewel?
Yeah, he could have bombed the Velajewel, and once again, he could have banned it. I still thought that the ban on Velajewel was the strongest ban, because he had 2 counters to the Molly. She only had 1 cleanse, and he could have controlled her with his vigor. He would have lots of openings, but once that Velajewel resist to the Hathor sleep and no bomb on him came up, his team was fully protected. No strips on the other side, and that was kind of in the back.
That's right. He had his opportunity to take down the Velajewel. That was the key to making sure that Rika wasn't as impactful. But that's it. That's what it is. So that's
we can see, Evan, what's incredible is I'm having flashbacks from the last Legend tournament when we saw an early snipe on a monster, but we called it. That the Gani Yonhong could bring the game back by themselves, and this was kind of similar. There was an early kill on Juno, but the 3 monsters with the protection from Velajewel were more than enough damage to take care of 4 monsters on the other side.
Right, and I love that early aggression to take out the Juno. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to make any use of that afterwards. Here we go. We're going into round 2 shortly here. Again, Skit is going to have to do that again, and Ace is coming up with another strategy as we speak. He's going to need to adjust. What do you want to see from him in this round 2?
I would like to see more single target strippers on his team if he wants to go to that nuking strategy and control. And I'm sure that the chat can tell us right now what are their favorite single target strippers in the game. And we got a recently buffed Etna coming in for next season.
Oh, that's going to be so good.
Already super strong monsters, so
Etna
maybe we can see some of those single target. Maybe we'll see Yon Hong today. We have players that have her.
The Etna buff is looking fantastic. I'm excited to build Bale as well. He might end up getting Belinus's runes. We're going to have to see what goes on there. What was your favorite buff from the balance patch announcement, guys? Let us know in the chat while we watch here. That Etna might get her runes back.
And talking about single target strippers, something that we did not see a lot in the SWC America's Prelims, but we saw in Europe, were the Beast Riders. May we see Beast Riders today, please?
Maybe that's the ace in the hole for Ace in round 2. Here we go. Round 2 of match 1 of the Legend Tournament for Season 14 of RTA. We're going into the pre-ban phase right now.
With the pre-ban, this time, remember, they can't pre-ban the same monsters, so no Tian Lang, no Gianna. Will Skit pre-ban the Ciara, or will he try to take it away? Because that combo with Ciara Gianna, maybe a Chiwu coming in there as a second stripper is extremely strong. Evan, what do you expect this time? Will they pre-ban like the Hathor to avoid the Gani Hathor?
I definitely expect one of the... There it is, Ganymede coming out as one of the pre-bans, and a Chroma on the other side.
That is very telling that Skit does not want to play against something that disables his CC. So we might see a first pick right here that is not the Hathor. And now Skit will take the Hathor with the Ciara, probably. Exactly what happens.
The same speed lead choice and DPS, an amazing start for Skit with the Hathor CC. Now what is Ace going to counter with?
Evan, they basically switched sides. This was what happened last time. Skit picked the Mermaid, and Ace answered with Ciara Hathor, but this time he has his pocket Gianna. And we know that a Leona might come in, so Skit can be careful and bring some type of death break, because if the Ciara's banned, there's not going to be enough damage to take care of the Leona, and his signature Vertihill is here.
And that Leona in the back pocket is so scary because it can make it so that Ace can bring in any team that he wants so long as Skit doesn't bring defense break or something to stop the shield from coming up.
Yes. Let's see these two last picks. Once again, Harmonia. I don't know if the Harmonia without the Molong will be as effective against this Skit comp, but right now he has the option. Brings the Leona. Once again, as we said, he has to bring a last pick response to that Leona and a Zeratul.
Zeratul? Wow, there's something we haven't seen in a second. A Zeratul in the Legend Tournament for Season 14. Skit coming back with a Daphnis, but he hasn't locked it in just yet. Still thinking about his options, wants to see if that's the best one.
Very aggressive pick. I would love a Vigor right here because he brings a Death Break, brings a little bit more sustain. The Monkey also brings Death Break. This is a surprising choice if he opts for Xingze. I just don't know if he's going to have enough sustain without another healer.
I think the Tian Lang is a good choice, but there's only so much that he counters in here. I still would have liked to see the Monkey or maybe the Daphnis instead, but the Tian Lang is a very unique choice that Skit has on offer. Bans go out. Leona's gone as well as Tetra on this side. Let's go into round 2.
Very dangerous comp on the side of Ace this time. I really like his ban this time. So we will see who takes this first turn. It's probably the Hathor and misses the strip.
No! The one thing she needed to land was the sleep.
No sleep, but the Vern already
But a counter.
And Brock from the Ciara. Here comes a big bomb your way, Mr. Ace. Will he go for... No, he saves. He saves it. He knows that there's cleanse from Molly. I would have still put the bomb to force the cleanse, but he saves it. He wants to keep it on, but remember, his side has no cleanse, Evan, no protection. That Vertihill's gonna take the bomb.
It's gonna take the bomb and potentially get stunned as well. Hathor with a very awkward turn to take here. That immunity came out at the wrong time. Zeratul setting up for damage. He's making it look like that bomb might be enough to take out Verd.
Extremely dangerous damage. The Vertihill is basically gone. He needs stuns. Tian Lang does nothing, Evan.
Oh no, Verd is looking so dangerous. Is now the time to bait it out? Is this the time to strap the bomb on someone?
I feel that it's too late right now. He can do it. He will force that, but now he's at a 4-3 disadvantage. And it's an extremely dangerous point to try to take care of the match because he only has one damage healer left, and now the Zeratul can focus the Ciara down.
Molly, she's got the skill. Ace is taking his time to think about this one. He's already got control of the match right now, chooses just to use skill 1. Now Hathor is set up to sleep the team. Delayed promise, he's about to take control for the next few turns.
Ah, but misses it on the Molly, and now we'll have to deal with the Zeratul directly. Can the Ciara proc for a bomb? No proc on her side, and the Zeratul will try to finish her. Can he proc?
Look at all that
No
damage.
proc.
And 15% of her life is going away at the top too. Eats the bomb and is still just fine. That's the power of Molly.
That's why we talked about forcing that cleanse on turn 1. Now she has it. She can wake up another monster and brings the Gianna back. It's a 4v3. I don't see this going well. One opening, Ciara needs to hit that bomb, and she puts it on.
She needs to pop it. This has got to be the thing that takes out Zeratul. Oh, a stun is enough and a proc!
That proc, Evan! Saving the match on a 3v3 right now, but no cleanse on his side still, and the Gianna puts a death sentence on that Ciara. 1, 2, 3. She only has 2 turns left. Switches HP. The Harmonia coming in late. A very strong support monster together with a Molly.
Ace choosing to mess around with Tian Lang's health a little bit there. A stun, a clutch stun on Gianna right now. And more procs from Molly too. Ciara only has 1 turn left. She can put the bomb, but she's gonna go down for it.
Exactly, and since he doesn't have a cleanse, that is his only option. He at least hits it, and now it's a 2v3. His only damage is Tian Lang. He will have to not stun anyone right here.
That was a great proc from Skit into the kill on Zeratul earlier, but it's not enough. Ace is going to match up with him. That's a 1v1.
This was a very interesting match because we saw during already the pick and ban phase that not having ban that strong sustain and not bring in the vigor was gonna come back to hurt him.
You're right, and you saw the Molly. The Molly tanked that bomb and just shrugged it off like it was nothing. In fact, she looked better than when the bomb was when she started the turn. And again, that proc into the kill on Zeratul was so great, but Skit wasn't able to make anything happen because of it. It was so late in the game. He was so far behind already.
And another interesting thing, Evan, he plays with the Hathor against two monsters that are normally built on 100% resistance. Who here has Harmonia and Molly? They're almost always 100% res, and they resisted to that sleep.
Here we go. The final round of the first match of the RTA Season 14 Legend Tournament. Who's coming out and making their way over to the finals? Will it be Skit or Ace? Both players at match point.
Going down to the wire, will we go back to the pre-ban on Gianna and Tianlang? Tianlang did not do much in this past round, so maybe we will see a change in the pre-ban on the side of Ace, but I do think that Skit still doesn't want to deal with it. Gianna, oh, they stay the same.
Oh, Gianna goes out, Tianlang goes out. I guess even though that's still a solid ban, all Tianlang really did last time was say, hey, I'm on Despair.
He truly stunned and death broke the other monsters, but now Skit, with the first pick, steals the Molly. This is incredible. He has a chance to go Ciara Hathor, but I would like to take the Ganithor combo already. He knows that Skit does not have that hard counter to CC. He's the one that has the Acroma. But he goes again, same picks, switching sides. Now he steals the Ganny, splitting the Ganithor.
And they're just passing the Ciara and the Hathor back and forth, as well as the Molly into the mix now. Skit with the solid answer of Veligul against the Hathor. That's a declaration that he's not really wanting to ban that.
Will he have learned from first match and not let that Veligul through, or will he stay the same and risk it again and try to kill the Veligul fast instead of the Juno?
Ace giving us a glimpse into his mind, flashing a chroma to see what he's considering, but ultimately locks down the combo of Harmonia and Molong.
We've been asking for it since game one, Evan. He showed the Harmonia, but the Molong didn't come in. Once again, Rika against only one turn immunity and the reset from Ganymede. The question right now remains, is he afraid of the cleanser or of the damage? I would love to see immunity last pick for Ace, ban on the immunity on the other side, but we know that these players have very creative minds and maybe he wants a more aggressive playstyle.
That's right, and if we know one thing from Ace, it's that he's aggressive. We've seen that so far. Love the pick of Rika from Skit, and it demands an answer from Ace unless he wants to shift his ban.
Yeah, if he wants to ban that Rika, he will have to bring a stripper to deal with the immunity and the cleanse. He brings heavy damage. Wait, I'm expecting the ban on the immunity. On the other side, we'll have to see a ban on the damage because we see a big combo right here with a follow-up from Ciara's bombs if the Veligul is banned.
That's right. There's so much damage potential on Ace's side. Everything is a threat. Harmonia Molong combo, even Ciara can set up the Molong if they want to, and the ultimate in resistance of Acroma. Bans go out, Molly's gone, Harmonia's gone. You won't be seeing them in this match.
I think that was a really good ban from Skit, and once again, the ban on Molly and not on Veligul. This might cost the match if he resists again. We see that this Veligul is very high resist because he did not sleep on the first match.
Let's see if this is deja vu. We're going into the final round of match number 1.
Turn 1 should be for that Hathor. No, the Molong's faster than her.
I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming at all. So here comes the reckless assault, setting Rika up.
The Brock with a strip. Are we back in time, Evan? Because he stripped the monsters. Only the Rika stays with the will. Now he doesn't have a monster to reset. It's a wasted turn for Ganny and Molong. Back to 2018. For the Hathor sleep, what are we watching right now? He does not let the Veligul this time and put the bomb on him.
Ace controlling the board and Skit responding right back with all the dots in the world, making it look like TOA as much as he can.
But this 1 HP Rika takes another stun. Magical coming out, and now he can risk the kill. He goes for the first kill, but wakes up the monkey. I don't know, he could have used the second
played it safe. He could have played it safe, but he's feeling confident. A proc from Ganymede. He can seal magic if he'd like to. He puts it out on Hathor to make sure his units stay up.
And now, the Veligul immunity finally comes in. It did not die. Very tanky. There was no attack buff on the Ciara. It's gonna be Monkey versus Acroma if they can get rid of the damage. Now, here it comes. Velajul can pound that Ciara, but doesn't hit very hard. She's very tanky.
Yeah, she is. Skit is trying to say that he's not out of this match just yet. The monkey is way tankier than we would have imagined, and he's getting the counterattacks and the stuns when he needs them. And Mo Long is looking like he's got one foot in the grave.
I want to hear the chat saying, who do you have? The monkey or a Chroma, because it might come down to that. Mo Long is dead. The Ciara can die right now because the monkey has a turn in a proc from the Velajul. Gets the Ciara super low.
Oh, the procs from Skit. Who do you got, a Chroma or the monkey?
This is gonna be an incredible match. Get him in with a gigantic proc. He procs into the reset if he wants to, but he can just keep ventilating Velajul, doing the safe play. It's a 3v2. He has immunity for days and lots of damage. Can reset the attack bar of Hathor. Hathor's basically out, so it's gonna be a 3v1. Everyone against the Chroma.
That's
the monkey.
dead.
It's dead. It's dead. It's Monkey against the Chroma. I don't think she has enough damage because the Velajul also brings a lot of damage to the table. A defense-based monster that scales hard into the late game.
That's right. He's not going to be losing any attack power from the reduced HP because defense stays the same. A Chroma has been chipping away at the monkey for ages, but hasn't been able to make a serious crack.
And she's very tanky, taking a beating, but right now, once again, ventilate that monkey hit so hard.
The monkey proc and ace is done. Skit moves forward and secures a spot in the finals.
We talked about, once again, one of my favorite monsters, Velajul, coming in big in the clutch. Wasn't eliminated, and we saw what a 3-turn immunity can do to your team.
And this is Rika coming back and establishing dominance. Skit was looking down for part of that match, actually, and then he took it back. Rika setting up the dots on the monster, and the Jing Jie was just so tanky. A Chroma was trying to kill it for so long.